Hey, Busta, me and DJ Reddz was talking earlier, and we was young boys back when the Coming came out. You know what I'm saying? For myself, I was like sixth grade, sixth, seventh grade, something like that. What made you want to pick the tone of those titles for all your albums? Like, cause I was really running around Hawthorne Elementary's hallways screaming, "There's only 5 years left."
Only 5 years.
There's only 5 years left. Like, niggas was looking at me crazy. They're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That's what Busta Rhymes said. There's only 5 years left." Like, like, rest in peace to Mr. Cayazzo, man, my sixth grade teacher. He's like, "Why you keep saying that?" I'm like, "Because there's only 5 years left. There's only 5 years left."
Hold up. Supa, you was in sixth grade when you heard that?
Yeah, I was like 12, dog. That was like 95, 96, right?
Holy
shit. 96.
Yeah, I was in sixth grade, yo.
Yeah, I was a sophomore.
Yo,
oh my God.
And look, I had the cassette tape. And my dad made me get the clean version of the cassette tape, but it was cool because I was still rocking out with the album. But what made you want to keep the tone, that tone with all the album titles? Like it was very, very dark titles with all your album titles, man. Like and from the first one up to this one, what made you want to stick to that theme?
You know, I came in the Nation of the 5% when I was 12, right? Mm-hmm. I got knowledge of self from this older god by the name of Lord Victorious. The oldest god on my block, his name was God Khalifullah. At the time when I got knowledge of self, God Khalifullah was like 48 years old. So he just looked like an old man with a whole lot of just wisdom and a whole lot of science. And he just used to walk around and he was just a real super healthy, slim, but you knew that just from his presence, he was the elder god on the block that everybody respected and saluted. So from the gods and getting out of yourself, all the way down to when I broke up with Leaders in 93, Dallas Austin in Atlanta, he had this record label called Rowdy Records. And he had a studio called Dark Studio, Dallas Austin Recording Projects, right? So in 93, when I broke up with Leaders, he reached out to me, or I got on the phone with him through somebody else. And he had me come to Atlanta and he was like, "Yo, I'm interested in that artist you've been promoting named Rampage, the Last Boy Scout. And I want to help you become an executive." You feel me? Dallas had his deal through Clive Davis, right? And Dallas had so much bread at 18, 19 because he had produced the Boys II Men shit,
right?
TLC shit, Another Bad Creation. All that shit was going, Boys II Men was going diamond. TLC was doing 3-4 million. Another Bad Creation was doing double platinum. So he just had different money. And he was a loving, giving motherfucker. Like, you know, he had me come down there and he was just like, "Yo, Bus, I'm gonna give you a production deal. So you could put Rampage out to your own shit and, you know, it'll be through your company and Rowdy Records." And, you know, I got the distribution through Arista with Clive Davis. So I was like, I'm with all of that smoke. So around the same time, Diddy got let go by Andre Harrell. Rest in peace to the big homie Andre Harrell. Dallas, Diddy come down to Atlanta and he introduced Diddy to Clive Davis as well, and that's how Bad Boy was born. So Dallas played a significant role in that too. George Clinton used to come around all the time, right? So George Clinton used to be in the studio building with us and just telling us all kind of crazy stories about when they used to land the mothership on stage during the Parliament Funkadelic shows The FBI used to try to pull up on them niggas to investigate what they revealing to these audience about aliens and extraterrestrial life and all that type of shit. You know, George Clinton being on the shit that he was on, he started just putting this onto different levels of science and information too. One day he brought this book to me in the studio called Behold the Pale Horse. It was written by William J. Cooper. That book is what changed the whole trajectory of what I felt like I was gonna be putting out into the universe at that point, because this shit was fucking my head up so stupid that I was just like, yo, I wanna share this shit. And I'm gonna give people nice dosages in all of my albums of this type of information. And I'm gonna keep the albums balanced with high science, but I'm gonna also give motherfuckers hot shit so that none of the albums felt preachy, so that none of the albums didn't feel like I was beating niggas in the head with too much informative shit. And I just found the right way to just balance that shit so that people would be good with how they digested it. And that's pretty much what set the tone of all of the album titles, and just the direction I went in creatively with the concepts.